Brian here of Viking Cat Paranormal. Today here on my lunch break, I'm actually standing on Doubleday Hill, which is here in Williamsport, Maryland, which is attached to Greenlawn Cemetery right here. And you'll see the three cannons here atop the hill. 1861, Mr. Doubleday, who was 3 weeks later transferred to Harper's Ferry during the Civil War, had these cannons placed atop here. Now these are replicas now to the original cannons that were placed atop this hill here. Place these here to try to keep the town safe from the Confederate soldiers that were just over, which you can't see right now. Just beyond these trees is the C&O Canal, and the river, and beyond the river was what is now West Virginia, but was Virginia at the time.
She likes you.
And which was the Confederacy. And in the 1861, Maryland was, of course, part of the Union. And this town here of Williamsport, they needed some kind of fortification to try to protect the town because the Union supplies were here in this town. At some point during the war, the Confederates did come across the canal here and take over the town of Williamsport, where the town was forced to take care of the wounded soldiers that were passing through. Here at Greenlawn Cemetery, which I have been many times, Meredith has been with me. We have spoken to many spirits. Actually, the founder of this town from the 1700s is laid to rest in the middle of this cemetery, which we will go to at some point. There's a lot of graves here from that time period. 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. Right now I have the ovulus running. And on the ovulus device, I've gotten lover, chaos, I need closure, we are hiding, the grave, she likes you, you are worthy, and drinks. It is cloudy today and humid. Last time I was here on my lunch break, started out with just kind of a regular kind of conversation through the ovulus, but before I left, it got kind of more darker. I do have this theory that on this property, I don't know if it's something that's buried here or something else, but there is definitely something negative here on this property. And I don't know if it's attached something buried here in the cemetery, or just something that's come here to the cemetery. If it's something about the land here, or it has something to do with the Civil War. There's a lot that's gone on around this area. I know there was deception. I know this land was Native American land at one point. Then the town was founded in the 1700s, early 1700s. Let's go over here to the founder of the town, Otho Williams. He's buried right over here, actually right here. He's probably the tallest monument in the cemetery. One of the most tallest monuments in the cemetery. Right here is the founder. I guess I take back the early 1700s, because he founded Williamsport in 1787. But he was a revolutionary soldier, fought in the Revolutionary War. He's buried right here. One time I was here, I had my device on, and immediately the first thing I got was Williams. I was actually I was already starting to walk towards Mr. Williams' grave when it said Williams. I found that interesting. Julia, are you buried here at this cemetery? You can hear those bells. That's the church right over there. You see that?
Please don't go now.
Please don't go now. I'm not leaving right now. I'm just here to talk. It's my truck right there. I'm the only one here. Not a lot of people pass through this cemetery. It's up on a big hill in town. Right over through these trees over here, on down a steep hill is the canal, and then just beyond that is the river. The opposite side of the river is West Virginia. Been here before with Meredith. We've actually been here with our son before too, and even as he's already unfortunately shown some signs of abilities like his mother, he's picked up on things himself here at this cemetery. Every time I come here, I always come right to this spot right here. The Garish family, being a former combat veteran myself, I always see this was a family of soldiers here, starting with the father, who was a Civil War soldier, the son Thomas, who was a seaman in the U.S. Navy, George, who was in World War I, and Frank, who was also in World War I.
Go back there.
Go back where? Where do I need to go? It's a pretty decent sized cemetery. Right over where the flags are, that's where I started. Where the cannons are, that's known as Doubleday Hill. This whole cemetery and over where Doubleday Hill is, which is attached to the cemetery, all look totally different in the 1800s during the Civil War time. And obviously most of these graves here were not here. This was being used as a fortification back then. All the older graves are over on this side. Further over is more the 1800s. These are all from the probably late 1800s and on. These graves over here.
Sick.
Were you sick? Is that how you passed away? Have one here. These here, obviously World War I. These are from the 1920s. You have Frank here died in 1918. I like to sit here sometimes and try to communicate with them. I've never really gotten anything, so kind of feel like maybe they've moved on, and that's a good thing. But I do know for a fact, as many times as I've been to this cemetery, that there are absolutely spirits that are not moved on in the cemetery. I have never been here at night, although I would like to come here to try to get more activity at night, because I feel like this would be full of activity at night. I think Meredith and I should do that one time. I'm trying to get in touch with the mayor. So I just had a conversation the other day with Smoke. Just said smoke. Had a conversation the other day with the guy that runs the care of this cemetery, and he is friends with the mayor here, and he told me that the mayor of this town is really big into the paranormal. And so I left a note at town hall that I had met this gentleman, and that he turned me on to the mayor, and that I myself and my wife and paranormal investigators who live in Williamsport, and to give me a call anytime see if we can maybe get access to investigating this cemetery at night. Maybe get access to investigating the town hall was there from the 1700s. Maybe other places in town. This is our town. It's been here a long time, and I'd really like to know more about it, because there's definitely a lot of hauntings going on in this town. A lot of history. There's a church here in town. I believe it's a Catholic church. This said smoke. What about smoke?
Lawful.
Lawful. Lawful. Go head towards the older graves. There's a Catholic church in town that was used during the Civil War.
Can you find my grave?
I will try to find your grave. What is your name? Can you give me your name and I'll try to find your grave? Just said, can you find my grave? That Catholic church was used to hospitalize the Confederate soldiers during the Civil War. I know there was a lot of death that took place in that church. So that would be another location to try to investigate in town. If I could only try to get in touch with the mayor. Can I get somebody's name, please? I got Julia. But there's so many buried here. I need more information to try to find your grave.
Attic hides.
Attic hides. Attic. ATTIC. The attic hides, but just says attic hides. How many of you are at unrest here? How many spirits walk this graveyard, this cemetery?
Elijah.
Elijah, are you buried here in this cemetery? There's some really old headstones down there. Some really old ones with a couple of newer ones. That's 1975, 1963. That one appears to be 1907, 1905, 1959.
My name is Alice.
Oh my gosh. I have to say, Meredith and I have gotten this particular name many times over the last year. Alice. Alice, is this the same Alice that we have encountered over the last year on our property and at other locations? Is this the same Alice that's been following us? Is this the Alice that's known to be a negative entity? Vincent. I got cold chills when I got that. My name is Alice again. Every once in a while, on our property, other places we go, we get Alice. And in our investigations over the year, we've found Alice is negative. Some type of negative entity. Something that causes negative issues. Every once in a while, Alice pops by. Alice, are you a spirit? Or are you something else?
I'm attached to the woods.
You're attached to the woods? Is this Alice speaking? Or is this somebody else? Or something else?
Sleep.
Sleep. Have you been the one that's been messing with my sleep every night for the last month? Who am I talking to?
From the pit.
From the pit. Who is this? What's your name? I hear a baby crying somewhere in the distance. I don't know where I'm hearing it, but I'm hearing a baby crying. Who's from the pit? What's your name?
You came back.
Yes, I came back. Who are you? Who am I talking to?
Raph.
Raph? Who is Raph? Governor of Pennsylvania. Pass right here. 1800s. It got like extremely hotter out here in just the last 10 minutes. Like extremely hotter. Like weirdly hotter.
Tainted.
I'm from the pit. Wrath, tainted. What does wrath mean? Cause wrath? Is wrath a name? It's not wrath, like wrath, like with a W. It's R-A-F, so it's not like that kind of wrath. Is wrath your name? R-A-F, wrath.
Hannah.
Hannah. Hannah, are you buried here in this cemetery? Sit down right here.
Curse.
Curse. What about a curse? What kind of curse are you referring to? Does anybody have anything else to say? Nobody's answering any of my questions.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist? What about poltergeist? Kind of feel like you're just saying things.
The child wants help.
I'm happy to help the child if it's an actual child that needs help.
Visitor.
I am a visitor. Tell me what child needs help. Look down over this big hill, you can see the canal. Through the trees down there, that's the canal right there. And then beyond that is the river. I'm just taking the shade for a minute because it's supposed to be cloudy all day. All of a sudden the sun popped out. So you've been saying a bunch of negative stuff, and then you want to say the child wants help. Somehow I don't believe it's an actual child spirit that wants help. Somehow I think you're just saying that to get my guard down. I don't know if I believe that. I just heard scratch. They will scratch. Well, that just proves my point about what I just said. So tell me then, why is there so much negativity here at this cemetery? Would any peaceful spirits like to come talk to me and tell me what's going on around here? Tell me why there's so much negativity in this cemetery. The other thing to note is dining room, huh? Which dining room? We don't have a dining room. So no, you're not talking about our house. Every time we get "my name is Alice" on our device, it's always negative stuff after that. Alice, I'm done hearing from you. Anybody else like to say something? I'm not going to be here much longer. The other thing to note is we've always had this correlation between the name Alice and an attachment to the woods, although it's always seemed to be the attachment to the woods behind our property at home, but that's no longer there. That's all been torn down. It's now being made into a warehouse back there, so that's no longer there. So I don't really know why that's come back around now. It's been so long since that's been said.
Malice.
And then malice. I just got malice. It's just every time Alice pops up, it's all just negative stuff every time. Well, I don't wish to talk about this negative stuff anymore. I'm not here to talk about negativity. I'm here to give the spirits that are unrest the opportunity to share their story, to communicate. I'm not here to talk about negativity or speak to negative entities. I'm only here to speak to those who have something they need to get out and say. Yes, something does stir, apparently. Something negative, and I don't want anything to do with it. So I'm going to end this now. It just said demonstrate. I'm going to end this session now, where I'm going to say this. Whatever you are, good or negative, you must stay here. You do not have the power to attach yourself to me, to follow me, to come home with me, or be a part of my life whatsoever. I'm ending this now. Goodbye.